Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to have a little bit of a discussion surrounding Halo 6 and the content and features that it needs, absolutely needs, at launch to be successful. I'm not talking a day or a month or in the first content update after launch. I'm talking the fucking second you get that disc, you put it in your console, wait for 7 hours for the game to install, and then start playing what it needs at that point to be successful. Because, let's be honest, Halo 5 was and still kind of is missing a hell of a lot of features, especially features that a Halo game requires. For example, actual armor customization. We still don't have that. So in this video, I want to sort of chalk up a bunch of things that Halo 6 will need at launch to make it a successful Halo game. So let's begin with what is arguably the core tenet of a Halo game, the campaign, right? Halo 6 absolutely needs a good story. I know that goes without saying, but after Halo 5, it really does. But more than a good story, in my opinion, the story needs to be conclusive. As of Halo 6's release date, which will be probably fall 2018, it will have been 6 whole years since we had a Halo game with an actual ending. No cliffhanger bullshit, just an ending. Halo 6 needs to have a resolute ending to make people feel like the missions and the levels they've played through weren't for nothing, like Halo 5 made you feel. Arguably the second most important thing about a campaign is making it fun, which therefore makes it replayable. Now, it might just be me, but for me, Halo 4 and Halo 5's campaigns have absolutely zero replayability, as in the gameplay and the level design really just don't make for differing and dynamic experiences on different playthroughs. Now, I think I may have found why. So, Halo 2's campaign for me is my absolute favourite, bar none. I play it almost on a daily basis, probably quite bad of an addiction, but hell, here we are. I play Halo 2's campaign almost every day, and when I play the campaign, I'm always exploring. Halo 2 has this awesome feature where if you see a mountain in the distance outside the map, you can fucking go there. You can climb that mountain. Whereas in Halo 4 and Halo 5 and also in Halo 3 and Halo Reach, you're blocked by invisible barriers, soft kill barriers, hard kill barriers. Get rid of all of that and allow for exploration. It really dampens down a campaign experience when you're forced down the same linear path, behind the same pieces of cover, attacking enemies from the same perspective every single time you play. It makes the campaign so undynamic. Also, linking in with making the campaigns fun, please find a way to make the Prometheans fun to fight. Halo 5's Knights are the only redeeming aspect of the Prometheans. Soldiers, crawlers, and watchers are still very boring to fight. They're just glorified bullet sponges. So, I don't know, go back to the drawing board with the Prometheans maybe, just completely redesign their gameplay mechanics and find a way to make them fun. Okay, so with Halo 5 came the return of these skulls. They weren't in Halo 4 and they're back in Halo 5. However, you can't actually pick them up. What is the point in a skull if you can't hold it and beat grunts and jackals to death with it? Is it just me, or is that a big feature of the skulls? So in Halo 6, really, please let us pick the skulls up and go and kill grunts and jackals and smack elites on the head with it, please. Also, another really important thing for the game at launch is to have campaign scoring and timing. They are two very key features that Halo 5 was missing at launch, so yep, they're necessary. Also, in my opinion, I would like to have the option to disable squad mechanics. The squads in Halo 5 really dampen the experience, in my opinion, and kind of destroy the atmosphere that you used to get in Halo, with the sense that it's just you. It's just you playing as Chief in this environment. Whereas now, you've also got 3 other super soldiers who are very annoying. The AI is very annoying and gets in the way quite a lot. So please give us the option to disable these squad mechanics and also the squad AI. Okay, so moving on to what is arguably the most controversial addition to Halo since Sprint. And that was pretty controversial. And that is the requisition system. Now, in a perfect world, fuck microtransactions, fuck RNG, get rid of all of it, none of it belongs in Halo. However, the rec system made literally millions of dollars, so that's not going anywhere. So if it has to stay, then please remove every single base armor set from the rec system completely. Make it so we have to earn these armor sets through achievements or challenges or commendations, and then just add armor skins. So for example, you get a pattern on your Mark 5 armor, for example, add those to the rec system, but keep base armor sets out of it. The same goes for most Warzone weapon and vehicle variants and emblems. Please give us a way to earn these things through challenges and through commendations, things that actually require a sort of effort, because in Halo 5, every single piece of armor has no value to it. I can look at somebody who has Helljumper, for example, and say, oh, well, you just got that completely randomly. Whereas in Halo 3, I can look at somebody with Katana and be like, holy shit, you got 1000 gamer score, you got all the achievements. Or in Halo Reach, I can look at somebody with, for example, Gungnir helmet and say, holy shit, you got a mythic rank. Whereas Halo 5, everything is purely random. Okay, so let's move on to multiplayer. Now, Halo 5's multiplayer is missing quite a few key features of a Halo game. For example, one of the most important things that it's missing are developer-made BTB maps. I kind of genuinely can't believe we got 0 developer big team battle maps. They are such a key tenet of Halo, and have been since 2001. We also have no sort of mid-sized vehicle maps, so High Ground or Zanzibar, for example. 0 of those. Not even any forged ones in multiplayer. No developer ones and no forged ones. We need maps of all sizes. 4v4 arena, 4v4 and 5v5 mid-sized, and also big team battle. Another key thing that Halo 5 was missing at launch, and still now, is game modes, right? So I've got a list of game modes here that I think are essential that Halo 6 has at launch. It's a mixture of new and old game modes. So Halo 6 at launch needs Slayer, of course, CTF, of course, Breakout, Oddball, which we still don't have in Halo 5, King of the Hill, which we just got, Assault, which is pretty trash in Halo 5, VIP, Race, Infection, Regicide, Juggernaut, and also maybe even Invasion 2. There is a huge amount of Invasion fans out there that would love to see that game mode return, and I think that it's pretty important. Another super important thing that's been a key component of Halo since 2004 is playable elites. Please, for the love of God, give us playable elites back. These have been a way to spice up Halo's matchmaking in such a Halo way for, what, 13 years now? And ever since Halo 4, they're just gone. No sign of them whatsoever. Please add playable elites back. There are so many people from so many different communities, custom games, matchmaking, machinima, that almost require playable elites, and they can't use Halo 5 because it doesn't have them. Now, one of Halo 5's launch day problems was a distinct lack of playlists. This cannot happen again. We need all of the key Halo playlists. So, the standard Slayer and CTF, but then also doubles, snipers, objective, and for the love of God, big team battle on day 1, please. We cannot wait a month for a game mode that is absolutely key to Halo. We cannot wait a month for that. We also need the absolute backbone of a Halo multiplayer on day 1, and that's a ranking system. Now, in my opinion, I think they should just use Halo 5's ranking system. It worked well, it's fairly rewarding to rank up, it sorts players by ranks pretty well. I really think they should have that, but it needs to be in the game on day 1. For example, Halo Wars 2 has that ranking system, and it wasn't there on day 1. Same with MCC as well. This cannot happen again, because if you don't have a ranking system on day 1, every single game is a social shitfest, where good players are constantly stomping bad players. That cannot happen. Also, kind of linking in with multiplayer is Forge and Customs. Now, Halo 5's Forge is nothing short of fucking spectacular. The guys at 343 did a goddamn spectacular job on Forge. However, it needs to be there on day 1. It absolutely needs to be there on day 1. Not having Forge on day 1 with Halo 5 pretty much crippled custom games until like December after the game launched, which is a huge aspect of Halo and its community. So there are absolutely no excuses, in my opinion, for not having Forge on day one with Halo 6. It's quite literally a necessity. Also, 343 added the customs and file browser to Halo 5, which are two additions that we've wanted in Halo for years. Fucking awesome of 343 to do that, but please make sure they are there on day one in Halo 6, because if you have a customs browser in particular on day one, I could genuinely see custom games exploding on a Halo 3 level again. Same goes for the file browser as well. Make sure that is there on day one, because if there's no file browser, then how the hell are people supposed to get their game modes and maps? No file browser is a significant impact to the customs community. We need that on day one. So let's talk about the UI now, the user interface. Now, this is a pretty odd thing to talk about, I understand, but Halo 5's UI is really not that good, in my opinion. It's very buggy, it's quite unresponsive a lot of the time, and it's missing quite key features, in my opinion. So this might sound, I don't know, a little bungo fanboyish, but in my opinion, 343 should just straight up copy Reach's UI. Reach had the perfect UI. It had a nice active roster where you could preview somebody's Spartan. Imagine that, but also with their stance as well. It would look pretty damn cool. It has all these really nice features. You can see what everybody's doing on the side of the screen, what game they're playing, what match they're playing, what campaign mission they're playing. Overall, it's just almost a perfect UI, in my opinion. I honestly think they should just straight up copy it. Also, please make sure that the classic Halo theme is the menu music again. That was a very welcome addition in Halo 5. It was very nostalgic, and opening Halo 5 up for the first time to hear that fucking beautiful Gregorian chanting was not only nostalgic, but it felt so Halo, if you get what I mean. So please make sure that the classic Halo theme is the menu music on day one. So I've already mentioned it once in this video, but I'm going to talk about it again here, and that is customization. Halo 6 needs Halo Reach tier customization. We have 3 options of armor customization in Halo 5. We have body, helmet, and visor, and that is fucking awful. That's less than Halo 3 had in 2007. So, like I said, genuinely just copy Reach's. I think Reach had 10 customization options, and what that let you do is really create a Spartan in your own image. They aren't just these empty vessels of rec cards. They're your actual Spartans that you created to fit your image and your playstyle. That is a massive key feature of Halo. Armor customization has been since 2007, and the fact that Halo 5 doesn't have actual proper armor customization is kind of bad, so please make sure that is there day one in Halo 6. Also, in terms of the armors themselves, Halo 5 has way too many armors, right? Cut 80% of those armors out. Less equals more. Quality over quantity. Those two things apply massively to the Spartan armor. The fewer armors there are, as well, the more recognizable certain pieces of armor are on the battlefield. So, like I said earlier, I could instantly recognize in Halo 3 when somebody had Hayabusa, or somebody had Rogue, or Mark V, whereas in Halo 5, I honestly can't, because there's so many pieces of armor and helmets, there's just too many to try and recognize. So that's pretty much it. There's a lot that 343 need to do, in my opinion, but it's really nothing that Halo hasn't done before. If Halo 6 does launch with all these features and all this content that I mentioned, then I think we're in for a pretty good game, with the perfect balance of classic Halo assets and characteristics, while also allowing 343 to add new stuff as they please. Tomorrow I've got a super edgy video for you guys. I'm talking edgier than the art style, edgier than saying Reach was a good Halo game, and edgier than saying you think kill streaks should be in Halo. Oh, sorry. Just mentioning kill streaks and Halo in the same sentence made me retch. I present to you why the library is a good Halo level. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll catch you tomorrow.